Hey, Pete, the Pet Dog Guy here on Podcast Lane. And today our guest is Brent Kleinman. Brent, how you
Yes.
doing?
I'm doing great, Pete.
Yeah.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you and great to have you here. And I had to say off camera, we were talking about this and I was laughing. Um, I could say a lot of liquor all day long. And I really need you to explain to the audience, how did this happen?
Well, in high school and first couple years of college, I got involved in the hospitality industry and I loved it. And the natural growth there was helping people open businesses. And the hours were crazy. I met my wife and she's like, you can't work these kind of hours. So I saw these sales reps coming in and out. They seemed to have a pretty good life.
Right.
So next thing I knew, I was selling for a liquor distributor, doing marketing and working with all these nightclubs, restaurants, hotels, casinos, and it was a phenomenal job.
Right.
But it was still a lot of late nights because someone's got to be there pouring all the drinks, making sure they're drinking the right champagne. So that lasted for a period of time, and it was a position where they looked at me and said, "My God, you're a very attractive white male, but we think the bars wanna see females. So we're gonna make you a manager, and we're gonna put you in a desk. You'll do PowerPoints." And I said to myself, "If I'm gonna be working at a desk, let's pivot again." Ended up in law school.
Awesome.
So,
Yeah. And
yeah.
what law did you practice?
I practiced small business law,
Okay.
worked primarily, which was nice. I spent so much time in the hospitality industry. I helped a bunch of people open up restaurants, helped investors, helped all of that small business world, and it kept me connected to everything. I loved it.
Got it. No, that like I said, Lauder Liquor was amazing. I was like,
Yeah.
that is a just phenomenon. I needed to see that timeline and how it happened.
It's a normal path most take.
Yeah, right. So in what you've done over these, you know, your career, what would you say would be like the number one thing that sticks out to you that maybe is forgotten, lost art?
It's interesting because with teaching and tying it to law, tying it to the sales world that I was in, the art of negotiation, the art of compromise has disappeared. Everybody wants to be 100% right. It's all mine or none. And it doesn't work in education. It definitely doesn't work in business. And as we get further and further away from that because of social media, because of politics, because of everything else, you get less accomplished. So I focus my students, especially the ones that are starting businesses, take 70% of what you can get. That's better than zero. You may not get the 100 you want, but you're surviving, you're paying your rent, you're paying your employees if you get something. So that's where I really push my focus, and I think a lot of people have forgotten. We lived a couple 100 years happily, saying, "I'll give up a little, I'll get a little."
Right.
It's a good thing.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, I find that maybe that could be part of a lot of things today with AI and social media and things and the lack of personal skills that it takes to actually have that conversation of a give and take.
Definitely. AI is it's a very binary thing. People look at it and say, like, I don't like. Um, and part of what our courses are working towards now and our education is working to, how do you use AI, A, ethically, and B, to truly benefit what you want to do? So learning how to properly prompt it and do those things is a big deal, but also understanding you got to get out from behind this. And I know we're on a computer screen right now, but you got to get out from behind the computer screen and you got to talk to people and you
Right.
got to be able to look them in the eye and say, this is what I can do for you. And this is why you should use my business.
Yeah, yeah. So you use it as a tool, not as the necessity.
Right. I mean, anyone who's running their business 100% on the computer and can't interact with people, they may have some short-term success, but long-term, it's gonna be very hard.
Yeah, very hard. I hear you. I hear you. So, Innovation Challenge and GCC. Talk to me about that.
Okay, so we are one of 10 community colleges in Maricopa County, and we want to launch careers. So we go out to local businesses, we go to organizations nationwide, and we ask them for money to give to our students. and we've given out close to $100,000 over the years to help students launch their business. And our innovation challenge is essentially our Shark Tank. We get someone to play Mark Cuban and all that, and it's it's neat because these students go through the entire process of creating their business plan, preparing a pitch, and they do that in front of 5 judges, a room full of students, and we award the top 3 and help them launch their business. It's not just, "Okay, here's a check, go." It's very similar to Shark Tank where they get the whole business department behind them as resources, mentors, partners to get their business truly launched.
Right. So that education part and getting them to be able to speak to somebody on an interpersonal level is super important, obviously, when you're in that realm.
Yeah, it's an amazing thing. My classes and spring semester is just starting here in January, and first day of class, they all have to get up and they have to talk. And it's each week, it gets easier and easier because they do it more and more. And I get some of the students pull me aside, "Mr. Kleinman, I don't like to talk. Signed up for the wrong class." So by the end of the semester, they're doing it, but these business plan students, we come in, we film them, we put a big green screen, and we let them do this all repetitively so they get better. Because our goal is to get everyone to have a chance to succeed, not just our 3 winners, but and we've had people have come in 5th place that one of the judges was like, "I like your business." And they funded the business personally.
Wow.
So it's an awesome opportunity, and we love doing it.
Yeah, I think that goes to show you, don't be afraid to express your dream,
Yeah.
because you never know who's watching, right? And who might be interested.
Yeah, oh, without a doubt, you've gotta follow that dream. I mean, and your dream's gonna take you different places. We started talking about I thought I was gonna own a restaurant the rest of my life, and my best friend owns one, and I'm thankful I don't. But I mean, your dream's gonna take twists and turns, but where you are now, take a shot.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree, absolutely. As they say, right, you miss all the shots you don't take.
Exactly, yeah.
So now your role is really interesting, because as I was reading, addressing the vulnerable populations. Talk on that.
Yeah, I do, work with the city of Phoenix in their, Human Services Commission and help with people that are elderly, homeless, financially challenged, medically challenged, and how do we as a city in Phoenix give them hope, give them the things they need. And it's a beautiful segue into students because we ask a student why you want to start a business. They say to make money, which is of course is why you have a business. But today, your businesses can't just be about profit. They have to be about people. They have to be about the process. And you take care of all those avenues, then you're truly successful. And teaching them that you can make a profit and still give back and still lift others up. It's rewarding.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and I think that's really the message and what you've created. Um, how can emerging business owners help?
We are always looking for mentors. We are obviously financial support is a huge thing, and also just the idea of talking to these students, giving them your life advice. Because as a teacher, I feel very often similar to a parent. I can say, "Take a left turn here," and everyone in my class is gonna go, "No, no, no." Someone else walks in, says, "Take a left turn here." "Mr. Clymer, did you hear what he just said? He said take a left. Why didn't you tell us that?" I don't know.
That's awesome. I think what you're doing is fantastic. I think the where you started and where you've wound up is where you're supposed to be.
Oh, yeah.
I think educating the masses in whatever you're doing and uplifting people is the right way, and you're doing great work.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Brent, let anybody know how they can get in touch with you.
Okay, the easiest way is probably following me or our GCC Achieve, which is our nonprofit foundation, on Instagram, and then we can message and connect and all the emails and everything. I am at Brent 4, the number 4 AZ, and the Instagram for the school is at GCC AZ Achieve. And either one of those, I will get back to you as soon as possible.
Awesome. Hey, Brent, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank
Really
you.
educated me, and I'm assuming your next adventure will be in some hairband.
Yeah, it's very
So,
possible.
okay, thanks
Just
so
gotta
much.
learn how to play an instrument.
That's it. No problem there. Thank you.
Thank you.
That is yeah.